I think the issue of uninsured drivers in Oregon is probably one of my biggest pet peeves, and I have repeatedly written articles, and I have in my newsletter, and I've posted blogs about the issues surrounding the uninsured driver. And I'll try to explain this as simply as possible. I think in 2012, the DMV in the state of Oregon found that 25% of all reported collisions involved an uninsured driver. And those are only the reported collisions. There's probably a bunch others out there that never made it today in terms of being reported. An uninsured driver is somebody obviously who has no coverage for any liability or damage they cause. You have on your insurance policy a coverage called uninsured motorist coverage, and that protects you against the uninsured, but it also protects you against the underinsured. If you are injured by an uninsured motorist, your insurance company essentially jumps into the shoes of the insurance company for the other at-fault driver, and you will make a claim with your insurance company to cover your losses and harms. What I see a lot of the time is people go out and buy the basic auto policy, which gives them $25,000 in coverage, and they're injured by an uninsured driver, and they have pretty bad injuries, and they have a lot of medical bills. And I have had to sit down too many times with these people who need ongoing care, have lifelong type of injury, and explain to them that there's not enough money to pay for their care, even that they've gotten up to date, but even future care, and let alone any compensation for the loss of their health. And that's not a very good conversation to have, because these folks aren't going to have the basic access to health care. So I believe the smartest thing you can do is look at your insurance policy and see what your liability coverage is and see what your uninsured motorist coverage is, because the two are tied together. Even if you have the minimum coverage and you're hit or injured by a driver with the same coverage, in Oregon, you cannot make a claim for underinsured motorist. And so you're stuck with whatever the other driver has. Washington is a little bit more forgiving, and there's a little bit more flexibility in making an uninsured motorist claim. But that's the most important part about uninsured motorist, is that you have to make sure that you have the coverage, because there's a 1 in 4 chance, if you adopt what the state of Oregon has found, there's a 1 in 4 chance if you're in a collision, you're probably going to be involved with somebody who has little or no insurance.